Unit 4, Period 4, begins with the presidency of Thomas Jefferson and takes us through the Mexican American War, which ended in 1848. So the time period is 1800 to 1848. Thomas Jefferson was the first Democratic Republican president. So he had served as Secretary of State for George Washington. He had served as vice president to John Adams and had lost the 1796 election in a very close election to John Adams. So a lot of people refer to the election of 1800 as the Revolution of 1800 because we go from a Federalist president, John Adams, to a Democratic Republican president, Thomas Jefferson, and we do it peacefully. Whereas if you in world history see there was lots of bloody revolutions in which rulers would be replaced. In our country, we are known for our peaceful transfer of power. Thomas Jefferson, as I said, was the first Democratic Republican president and uh, was the author of the most known as being the author of the Declaration of Independence. Well, as you know, from the election of 1796 up until 1800, as Jefferson served as vice president, he was very negative towards things that John Adams did as president, such as, and the Federalists, such as the Alien Sedition Acts. He was negative towards those things. He believed that the Constitution should be strictly interpreted. Well, when he gets to be president of the United States, he sends three delegates to France to negotiate with the French um, for the rights to trade from the city of New Orleans at the end of the Gulf of Mexico. When our delegates go to France to negotiate, they are told by Napoleon, pictured here, that not only can they buy the rights to trade in New Orleans, but they can actually purchase land which will double the size of the United States. And this becomes known as the Louisiana Purchase. And from the map here, you can see that it doubled the size of the United States, and it was a purchase that amounted to about 3 cents an acre. The problem is this leads Thomas Jefferson to become a loose interpreter of the Constitution, or a loose constructionist. Um, at the Jefferson Memorial in Washington, D.C., you can now see this etched in the stone behind his statue. And I like the bottom part of the quote here where it says, "We might as well require a man to wear still the coat which fitted him when a boy, as civilized society to remain ever under the regimen of their barbarous ancestors." And so, what I think Thomas Jefferson is saying here is that as a government, we need to be able to change. Thomas Jefferson, as president, sends two military people, Lewis and Clark, to explore the Louisiana Territory. On their journey, not only do they fill in journals in which they talk about the natives that they run into, the land that they discover, and but also the wildlife along the way. It's over an 1,800-mile journey one way because they leave from St. Louis and go all the way out to Oregon and then back again. So it's a total of about 3,600 miles that they travel. This route that they discover and map is going to lead to future westward expansion, and this is going to become known as the Oregon Trail. This concludes Unit 4, Period 4, Roman numeral 1, the presidency of Thomas Jefferson.